Hi everyone, my name is Clark Knowles. I'm making this video for my friend, Mr. Shannon. He's interested in Blackout poetry and getting you guys to do some Blackout poetry, and I do a ton of it. And he asked me if I'd just tell you a little bit about it. So I started doing Blackout poetry as a way to keep my phone out of my hands when I was sitting around. I thought I was looking at my phone too much, so I thought if I was doing something else, I wouldn't have my phone in my hand. So I had heard about Blackout poetry, and I'd even seen some, and I don't think I'd ever done had done any in a class, but I knew what it was. So I had a book that I wanted to use. It was this book, Steele's Series in the Natural Sciences. It's a physiology or anatomy handbook from the late 1800s, 1878, I think, is the publication date. And I thought I would just start making poems out of it. I'd see what I could find. And, I ended up doing stuff like this. Looking at the page and seeing what words are there. And, erasing words that didn't make any sense and trying to make some sense out of, like, after I took words away. I'll post a link to where you can get a closer look at some of those, so you can look at them and see what I did and why I picked the words I did. I don't really start out with any plan. I just look to see what words are on the page and what words might go together to make a poem, or sort of a poem. They don't always make sense, but I don't do it to make sense. I do it to make art, I guess. I have to make art that mostly I see, nobody else. First, I thought you might want to get your tools together. I use a lot of different tools. Mainly, I use a pencil. So I always have my pencil sharpener ready. Have a good eraser ready. I also, you'll see when you look at some of the pictures, I love using a thick black ink, so I'll use a nice Impact 207 pen, which is my favorite. You can use a Sharpie, you can use a crayon, it doesn't really matter. I also like to add these watercolor pens that I use to add color to them sometimes. I love to have a straight edge available to get some straight lines or some curved lines if I do. And I always have a little ruler, again, just as a straight edge, a way to help make sure that I have straight lines on my page. I've been using different books recently. I found an old composition, English composition book that I've been using, which has been pretty fun. You'll see some of those in the pictures. And I found an old novel called Mr. World and Miss Church Member. And I've been taking pages out of that. You see, they're just old books. And I look to see, dropped a page out of the book. Look to see what's in there and what I can do. I usually do this kind of stuff when I'm not writing, or when I don't know what to write, or when I just want to keep my phone out of my hand. So I'll answer any questions if you guys have them. Let me know, and let your teacher know. And I will answer them the best I can. But I would say if you're going to attempt Blackout poetry, just go look and see what's there and take away the stuff that doesn't make sense, and have fun.